G'day folks, this is Sim and welcome back to my 7 Days to Die survival let's play. Just down here in the mine, and I've been doing a little bit of work topside since the last episode. I figure after the experiences that we had that it was definitely time to do some more serious work on the defences. So what I've been doing is making up some concrete and excavating some terrain. So I'm going to show you very quickly what I've been doing as far as the concrete is concerned. This is something that's important now. From the way the game's balanced at the moment, it does look like reinforced concrete specifically is not quite as effective as it was before, not because it's not as good, it just seems that there are a lot of other building materials that are similar to it and cheaper to make. But I do like the reinforced concrete, so I'm sticking with it. So, to make reinforced concrete, you need to mine a heck of a lot of sand and a heck of a lot of stone. And then the crafting recipe for it is pretty straightforward. You have to combine sand with stone in this pattern, and that will give you concrete. You then combine the concrete with short metal pipes, which I've been getting the metal from the mine and a little bit from up on the surface as well, and that will give you reinforced concrete. And the reinforced concrete has good durability, and it also has good structural integrity. And structural integrity is important in 7 Days to Die because it affects exactly what you can build, how far a structure can go unsupported. So let's just throw that in there. How far a structure can go unsupported before it actually collapses in on itself. So that's important. So let's head up. It's late afternoon, so we're not going to have a massive amount of time, but this is the reinforced concrete. Now, as you can see here, I've started to throw up the first layer of the defences, and I've also started excavating out around here. Now my mine is actually, it cuts down and heads out under the lake, and part of the reason for that, oh crikey, I need to eat something. Shocking, it wasn't this bad when I logged out the last time. Honey will be good. Speaking of honey, anything in the sky we need to worry about? The hornets are pretty annoying, to be honest. Okay, now that didn't heal anywhere near as much as it should have. What's going on here? Let's just grab some water for the time being. I'm going to need some more food quickly. Alright, give me a sec, I'll be right back. I'm just going to duck downstairs and grab something to eat before I continue on. Actually, I'll take an opportunity just to show you how the little mini farm has turned out now. It gives us a decent crop of potatoes and corn. I tend to eat the potatoes more than anything else because they're simple and they're easy. They don't give a massive amount of food, but as you can see, 40 potatoes out of that little harvest, they'll quite happily regrow as long as I don't walk on them. And you don't get a massive amount of food out of potatoes, but they don't affect your water level, and when you've got this many, snacking on them all the time, it does the job. So let's get back up here. as I was about to say, started work on the walls. We're going to have the inner area there, then there's going to be a layer of spikes, there's going to be another platform, and then there's going to be an outer wall as well, and then there'll be even more spikes. My mine extends underneath the lake over here. Now, the advantage of doing it that way is that the zombies tend to focus on you even when you're underground, and if they're on the surface, then they can tear up the landscape, something chronic. Whereas if you're out in the ocean, or if they're out in the water, I should say, they don't cause anywhere near as much damage, which means that you can get on with what you're doing at night, which is mining, without worrying about them absolutely shredding your base while you're down below. So it works really well. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually extending this out. Now this stone here is cobblestone. You can make it a couple of ways. You can make it with mine stone, which is working well as far as my mine is going. I'm getting plenty of stone out of that. You can also make it with destroyed stone, which comes from the terrain around here, and it's pretty straightforward. 4 destroyed stone will give you 4 cobblestone. It looks good, and it's got good strength and structural integrity as well. So I've cut out to here, and I'm going to actually cut this section out here as well completely and allow the water to come all the way into here. I may actually build a pier or something out here just for the heck of it. I'm going to extend this a little ways, so the actual outer wall is probably going to come around here as well, so we've got some sort of external area that we can set up a farm in, because as much as I like having the farm downstairs, it does feel a little bit on the cheaty side. So I do want to have a surface farm and see how that works out, and see whether we can keep it up and defend it against the hordes. Alright, it's getting pretty late now. It's about to hit 9 o'clock. Sorry about the sudden cut. Let's get back upstairs now that we've got some daylight and see if we can get some building done. Okay, probably going to have some company. Where are they all gone? I did a bit of mining during the night, and I headed a fair way across. Are they over the other side over there? No. Alright, looks like we're going to have a quiet one for a change. So, the plan is get a roof on this place so that we've actually got somewhere that gives us some shelter from all directions. Now, it's worth taking note that there is in fact a version 5 out. It's only just been released, and it's available through Steam. I've got to go and upgrade my key to a Steam key, and I'll probably do that for the next episode. I am hoping that it's not going to involve a restart. Didn't say anything about it in the changelog, but I can't be absolutely sure here right now, so we'll find out. I'm expecting more resets, because after all the game is in beta, but we'll see how much we can actually get away with. So I am enjoying how things are moving along at the moment. Now we'll probably put a tower here, or we might put some out on the edge. I haven't decided for sure. I've made up some of these concrete slabs. Now, how much clearance do we want? If we throw one in... Oh, we can't throw them on tops. Well, we can't put one up higher, or can we? Left click changes the orientation, but oh, I never knew you could go sideways with them. Oh, that's going to be handy. Let's just keep going. Oh, yep, that allowed us to go up top. Alright, so let's just cycle through. That's what we're looking for, isn't it? Pop you up there. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, hang on. Probably going to have to make a few more of these up, but this will do for a start, just to get an idea. Okay, obviously we've got some lighting issues going on here. That's kind of to be expected. Alright, we'll get a roof in here, and as soon as we can I'll make up some more slabs. But for now, what I want to do is let's bring the what are we going to do here? It's going to be underneath the stairs. Oh, here we go. Oh, you cheeky little beggar. Come on. Oh, I'm not reloaded. That was dumb. Get out of here. And this is why we want a roof. Okay. Okay, so as I was saying, reinforced concrete, we want to be able to whack one in there so that we can fit doors on both sides, and then we may as well put a little stairway down here, and same over this side. Ah, yeah, just walk into the spikes. Okay, doing ourselves a great job here. Alright. Now, how far do we want this to go out? I want this about 3 here, so that's probably going to be okay. May as well start filling up this hole. But what we put up here is actually only temporary. Okay, you can see where a few of them focused on me during the night. I'm slowly going to replace all of this with cobblestone, so let's get some on the bar now. And as it gets destroyed, we'll slowly replace it all. For now though, what do we got? 1, 2, 3. I want a wide walkway around the edge here, so, and that's all going to be cobblestone, so it's going to be basically be going there and there. So we're going to have a proper walkway and then another layer of spikes. So what I'll do now is I will pull up all of these spikes, build the walkway, and I'll come back in. Okay, right, so it's been another day and a night. We've got the inner wall set up here now, and it's too high, and it's going to lead down to another layer of spikes, and then the second line of spikes is going to be 5 wide. And then as we come out here, we're going to have the outer wall. I'm going to put towers up in all 4 corners, and I'll run some ladders up the insides there, so I've got to still do some more clearing around this area here, get a ton of trees chopped down and a whole bunch of spikes put in place. And from there we're probably going to extend this wall, as I said, around this way, and down that side, so this area in here will be hopefully reasonably protected. We'll see how we go. Now there are a couple of things that we do want to play with, and one of them is an improvement to the barbed wire which was originally in the game. So when you first crafted barbed wire it was pretty dodgy. These days it's a lot more durable and it's a lot more effective. Of course it does use up iron, and until I've got a decent supply of iron I will probably use the spikes as much as I possibly can. But when it comes to barbed wire, and let's see if I can remember the recipe, hopefully I've got enough of the right bits and pieces here. Let's just see if I can find the recipe. I'll make up some planks. Actually, we probably should also make up some plywood, and let's see if we've got the recipe here or not. No. So what do we need for barbed wire? I can't remember. I'm not sure if the recipe's changed. Let's just grab a few other bits and pieces. Let's grab some short metal pipe, and I've only got a little bit of scrap metal here, and I'm not sure whether I can break any of this stuff down. I'll listen to them going nuts up top. I don't know whether you can hear them through the speakers or not, but we've got a big pack upstairs at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head down here just to get away from the noise, and hopefully drag them away from my constructions so that they don't do too much damage to it. As you can see from the map down in the corner, now we're down below the lake, so hopefully that will calm them down a little bit. So let's see, barbed wire, what do we need to make barbed wire? I'm not missing anything here, am I? Forging metal, haven't got any of that. Will that make a difference? Barbed wire. Okay, so barbed wire is going to be forging metal, and let's see, let's try that in the middle, and we'll try some old wood. Nope. Is it sticks? No. Or is it just 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, there we go. So that gives us our barbed wire, and we need to now make barbed fence wire. So that one there, that's probably what we're looking for. So that plus, well, we'll start with the sticks again. There we go. Alright, so there's our barbed fence wire, and let's make a bunch of those up. We've got enough space. We may as well drink this. We're absolutely chockers at the moment. Hang on a second. Can I drink that while I'm in my inventory? No. We'll drop those on the ground and hopefully we won't lose them. There it is. Alright, so you can place it against the walls as it is. I haven't actually experimented with it to see exactly how effective it is that way. For now though, what we're going to do is we're going to make up a whole bunch of these, and I'll make up a whole bunch more, and we're going to set them up around the base of the wall because that's where they're going to be standing when they're trying to break through. So we want to be able to do as much damage to them as possible. Also going to experiment with making a few bombs, but as much as bombs and landmines are going to be a crap ton of fun, they can also be damaging, and we don't want to end up turning the area around our walls into a complete lunar landscape. Otherwise we'll probably be spending half of our time repairing it. And what we're really looking for is a situation where the repairs are kept to a minimum, because I want to be able to get out and start exploring, scavenging, and doing a lot more fun stuff. The building's great and I really enjoy it, and it's going to be really satisfying once we've got the fort up. But I also want to get out and about, mix it up, collect some guns, ammunition, find a few places. We'll probably set up a few outposts in the area around, because obviously we've got a fairly large map. We're roughly in the center of it, so we're going to want to look at setting up some outposts in a couple of useful places. We definitely are going to want one up around this area up here. I'll probably consider throwing something over this way as well. And I definitely want to get down into here. There's a really nice building. It's really good for scavenging. I definitely want to get down there and probably reinforce that place and use that as a base. Now, something else that we need to do is we're going to need to make a couple of escape routes from this place. I don't expect there's going to be any major problems, but we don't know what's going to happen. So having some alternate ways of getting in and out is going to be really, really handy. So as it stands, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up and a little bit of crafting, get a decent supply of the supplies that we need, and then I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to finish those outer walls and fortifications. Now again, it's going to be a lot of slow building and block placing, so I'll cut out, and when I come back in the next episode, we should have a fairly functional fort. And what we will probably do then is test out the defences, see where the holes are, see what we can do to plug it. We're probably going to have to look at ways of funneling the zombies, find out how they think, how their AI works, which way they're going to come at us, and then we can look at focusing the best of the defences there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to seeing you for the next one. These ones won't be coming out as often as some of the other games that I play, but there's no way I'm going to be giving up on 7 days, because as far as zombie survival games go, this one seems to me like it has the most potential for both single player and multiplayer. I've tried a few of them now, and there's some good ones out there. Rust is good, but it really doesn't lend itself well to a survival experience as a single player. It's really more suited to a multiplayer game, and some of the changes that they've made to it recently have just made that so much worse. It's very much get involved in a pack, yeah, you get shut down fairly fast in single player in Rust, but then I haven't played it recently, so I probably do need to check it out and see how the changes have gone. Another big one is DayZ, not the Arma 2 mod, but the standalone. I have picked up the alpha test from Steam's early access, and I'm definitely going to be diving into that, so there'll be a few videos of that coming up on the channel. We'll see how that one turns out. Sounds like the packs come back. They do tend to come in waves, and yeah, so as far as zombie survival games go, this one by far is the one that I'm having the most fun with, and I'll be sticking with it for a while, so expect to see a few more episodes over the coming weeks and months, particularly as the game develops. Not going to be surprised if we get a total wipe. It's highly likely to happen, but we're going to try and get as much done as we can in that time. We do have to watch out. I will, as I said, be upgrading to the version 5, and some of the things that brings is the ability for dogs to be able to dig through dirt, and other softer materials a lot faster. They're also going to be able to fit through 1 block high gaps, and there's also going to be some crawling zombies that can also fit through 1 block high gaps, so we're going to have to consider that as we build. Anyway, time is passing, so I'll finish up my goodbyes and I'll see you next time. Look after yourselves, everybody, and ciao for now.